So welcome to another lecture. In this lecture, we'll be doing a detailed discussion on how to tackle ICSE Class 9th Physics. So first, I'll give you a brief about an overview about the ICSE Class 9th Physics. Then we'll go to the specific chapters, and then we'll wrap up. So the first thing that I want to discuss during this lecture is that Class 9th ICSE Physics is the first time that you will be meeting serious physics. So before that, you have done physics in class 7th and class 8th also. But class 9th is actually the first time that the real physics hits you. So for most of the students, it will be a shock. But if you are the student who wants to make physics as a career, so that what I'm trying to tell you is that, like, if in near future you want to take up engineering or any of the science subjects, so physics would be essential part. And class 9th is the first time that serious physics will start. There are few things about physics that I want to specify to you. First, physics is understood by doing more and more numericals. Physics is not actually a very theoretical subject. So for example, force is equal to mass into acceleration. Now the more and more numericals that you do about force is equal to mass into acceleration, or about the three equations of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at square, 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So how I see physics is that physics is a very action oriented subject. Don't reduce physics to theory. Do more and more numericals wherever you can get it from. So that is something that you need to remember about physics. That is the first broad outline that I want to give you about physics. Second thing that I want to tell you is that because this class 9 physics would be a sort of base for your 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th physics. So take this class 9 physics seriously. The more you spend time on doing the numericals, the more you spend time to understand the formulas, the easier things will get as you start progressing in serious physics. So that is the second thing that I want to specify. Now, after a brief discussion, let's start the discussion chapter wise. Now, I'll be taking you through the syllabus of class 9th ICSE Physics. I'll put a link also of the syllabus that I am referring to in the comment section or the description box. But syllabus wise, we will be going through the through whole of the chapters of physics. So the first chapter is measures. The first section in the syllabus is measurements and experimentation. The first topic, SI units, is important. Please understand this well. Try to do as many numericals as you can. It's an important topic. Why important? Because I have met a lot of students who face a lot of difficulty in conversion. So for example, liters into meter cube, volume conversion, meter square into centimeter square, let us say hectares into centimeter square. So conversion is one of the topics that students face difficulty with, and in physics a lot of conversion would be required. So please spend some time to understand this topic, the SI units part. It's an important topic. The second one is Vernier calipers and micrometer screw gauge. It's a bit confusing topic. What I'll suggest is that try to understand this topic using the actual Vernier caliper or the actual screw gauge. I understand that you will get very limited time in your school lab to work with these. But this is the first time that you will dealing with the instrument in physics. So please spend some time. Please try to understand what is the least count. Spend some time. See YouTube videos if you are not able to understand this topic. I too have made a lot of YouTube videos on whole of class 9 physics. So please spend some time to understand Vernier caliper and micrometer screw gauge. So that is all that is there in measurements and experimentation. There is a small topic of a pendulum, but that is not very difficult. There is you might face some difficulty in the slope of the graph, etc. Also, please understand that, for example, slope. Now, this is a topic that you will meet in class 9th maths in coordinate geometry. So you may have to, for the slope of the graph, because it's the first chapter in physics, and that coordinate geometry in class 9 maths is one of the, I think, the last topics. So try to correlate these two topics. Whenever you are doing physics, please remember that just below physics there lies a lot of maths. Now that is something that you need to understand very well for the next 3-4 years. Just below the surface of physics, you will find only maths. So students who have good math skills usually do very well in physics. Yeah, now let's go to chapter number 2, motion in one dimension, and chapter number 3, laws of motion. Now, if you ask me, I consider these to be the most important chapters in class 9 physics, for a simple reason. These have connections in class 10th also. You will meet these two chapters in class 10th also, and of course in class 11th also. So these two chapters would help you in the next 2 years, basically 3 years: 9th class, 10th class, 11th class. How to do these two chapters? Both of these chapters: motion in one dimension, laws of motion. The first thing that will be happening in motion in one dimension is that you will be meeting graphs for the first time. So this is where you will face some difficulty. Please try to understand the slope of graph, how to find the area under the line, under the curve in a graph. This would have a relationship, as I have told you, in coordinate geometry in class 9th maths. Please refer to coordinate geometry in class 9th maths. You will understand what I am saying. Laws of motion, again, this is the first time you'll be doing lot and lot of numericals. The more numericals you do, the happier you would be. So all kind of new things would be coming. Momentum would be coming. Gravitation would be coming. Few difficult numericals would be coming. So, for example, essential topics like the difference between mass and weight. So this is something that you need to understand. So that is what I'm trying to tell you, that this is the chapter number 2 and chapter number 3 are very, very important. Please do spend some time understanding these topics well for the journey ahead. Now, coming to fluids, frankly, in fluids, thrust, pressure, this H rho G formula is easy. My experience has been that students face difficulty understanding the buoyancy, Archimedes principle, etc. That is something that they find difficulty in. So when you are doing thrust, pressure, H rho G formulas, that might be, you might find that Pascal's law a bit easy, but the real difficulty might be in Archimedes principle. At least this is what my experience has been. But then the good news is that fluids doesn't play much of a role in class 10th, but these fluids section plays a good role in class 11th. So in class 11th, again, you will meet this fluid chapter. So not much relationship in class 10th, but good amount of relationship in class 11th. The next chapter that you will meet is, and as I've told you earlier, as I've during this lecture also, presentation also, that I'm emphasizing again and again, please try to do as many numericals as you can, whatever source that you can meet. My book is also available where in my book more and more emphasis on the numericals part is there. So the link would be there in the comment section. Please have a look at that book also. I consider it to be a pretty important book, especially in terms of the numericals part. My emphasis has been to grind more and more numericals on class 9th level. Next is heat and energy. Heat and energy, again, you will find slight difficulty in the anomalous expansion of water. That is something that students usually find difficulty in. Rest of the chapter is easy. It's energy flow, energy sources. That is not more of a theoretical part. You won't face much difficulty. Next chapter, light, again very important. But the good news about light is that you would have done this same chapter, light chapter, in class 7th and class 8th also. Most of the students spend some time drawing the ray diagrams, etc. But in class 9th, light mirrors, what starts happening is that you start doing numericals. Again, please do spend more time doing numericals, because in class 10th you will be doing lenses. In lenses, if you understand numericals, how to do numericals in class 9th mirrors, you'll do very well in class 10th lenses, because the logic is more or less the same. There is not much of a difference. So try to understand the sign convention well. Do more and more numericals. If you hadn't understood in class 7th or 8th, understand the logic of drawing the diagrams. Your diagrams should be neat and clean, not messy diagrams, because you will require this chapter, as I've told you, again in class 10th. So spend some time in understanding light chapter light numericals. Then next chapter is sound. Again, sound is one of the topic which will be repeated in class 10th also. So spend some time, do understand the properties, frequency, wavelength, velocity, etc. Do numericals, more and more numericals, because this chapter again would be there in class 10th, and of course in class 11th, 12th also. Coming to the next section, electricity and magnetism. Easy chapter. In electricity, you will be doing few numericals, and there is not much of numericals in the magnetism part. But then again, this is one of the topics which will be repeated in class 10th. Electricity, magnetism. If you, what I'll suggest is please have a look at the class 10th textbook also. If you can borrow one of the books from one of your friends. Do have a look at class 10th physics also, so that you understand that these are the chapters which have direct linkages to class 10th. So you understand that basically you are not preparing for class 9th also. You are in a way setting the foundation for the next 4 years and beyond also. So this is a chapter wise discussion. And coming to the practical part now, what my take has been that usually students don't take the practical work very seriously. It is good, it is advisable that they understand the practical work also well. I understand that in school a lot of students are there, so your teacher also is not able to spend much time per student on the practical work. But if you take my advice, practical work is something, like I have told you before, in numericals, practical work is something which will prepare your mindset, prepare your scientific mindset. So this is all that I have to say. I will just check if I have covered all the points that I wanted to say. Yes, I have emphasized the numerical part. You can have a look at my textbook also. The link would be there. It's available on Amazon, or you can send me an email. I'll courier that book to you. In physics, diagrams, definitions, derivations, it's something that you need to emphasize on, because see, this is the first time, as I've told you earlier, this is the first time you are, physics would be hitting you. So in physics, numericals, diagrams, definitions, derivations, unit conversion is very important. Will help you a lot. I think I have covered all the points. So best of luck. Please have a look at my channel. I have a lot of playlists available. Chapters I have covered on class 9 physics. It will be very useful for you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet in the next video again.